Welcome back to my channel. This is DJ with Unpacked with DJ. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. And for those of you who are regulars here and who have seen me before, welcome back. Today we are talking about reframing how we see abundance, talking about scarcity mindset, talking about all the things that has to do with money, stability, scarcity, and just some of the things that make us uncomfortable when it comes to security. So, if you're interested in hearing about this and potentially reframing how we see these things just so that we can be more settled, slow down, feel taken care of, and feel protected regardless of our circumstances, then stay tuned. So it's taken quite a while for me to work up to where I am today, to which I see abundance in a completely different way than I used to, actually for my entire life. I see it a lot differently now, and I wanted to share some things with you. But first, before we talk about that, we do have to understand what are our beliefs around money, around stability, and around security. So for you, do you feel more stable and more secure when you hit a certain number in your bank account? Do you feel secure and do you feel stable when you reach a certain title, maybe at your job, you reach a certain role for yourself? Are those the things that make you feel like you're secure, you're stable, you're successful? Because for me too, that's what it's been. I think that that's just how society tells us that we've made it. And the thing is, no one is actually able to give us a specific number that we should attain before we finally feel like we've made it and before we finally feel like we can finally exhale. So, once you identify where you have gotten your beliefs about money or about stability or security, you want to take a look at where did these beliefs come from? For me, my beliefs around money was that I need to hold on to it as tightly as possible because I don't know when I'm going to get more. I have to hold on to things, and that includes possessions. It's tough for me to throw things away, and it's also tough for me to spend money, especially when it comes to spending on my own self care, my own well being, and that can lead to self neglect, in which it definitely has, and I've suffered for it. But when I thought back to where did these beliefs come from, it's pretty obvious. I've seen my mom, I've seen my aunt, and just my grandmother, a lot of women who are strong, and I give so much homage to them and I honor them with everything that I have. But I've seen these women live in scarcity mindsets at times just because of survival. They've had to. They have had to take care of everything. Everything has been all on them. They may have had relationships that didn't work out or just didn't pan out the way that they planned for it to. Also, they were single moms at points in their lives as well. So that really made them be in survival mode and have to hold everything down for themselves, working at the same time, taking care of themselves, taking care of the kids, the house. It really puts you in a different state of mind when it comes to money, to where it's hard to allow anything to leave you because you don't really know if you are going to be receiving anything that's equivalent. Seeing this as a child and just honestly through my own experiences as well as an adult, being in relationships where people have let me down or maybe I've felt like the rug was pulled from under me, it creates these beliefs that we have. And that was my experience too, feeling like whenever I have money, I have to save it, and it's really hard for me to spend it because I don't know when I'm going to receive that same amount again. For me, no matter how much money I acquired or how much I was able to save, I still felt broke in a sense because I wasn't spending that on my happiness or my well being or self care, and it just led to neglect for myself. And I still felt like I was in survival mode and always waiting for the next check to add to the account. If this also sounds like you, it may be time to start reframing how you see abundance, because seeing things from an abundant mindset is going to get us in a place where we feel like things come to us. We're able to take care of ourselves, we're able to spend and actually have money going out because we know that more money, more opportunities are going to flow into us. And we don't have to feel like we're missing out. We don't have to feel like we have to neglect ourselves in the process. And we also don't have to feel like we are losing something. When you think of abundance, what does it mean to you? Does it mean that you're going to be able to book a trip at the drop of a hat? Does it mean that you're going to be able to go to the Louis Vuitton store and drop 5K on a bag without thinking about it? Is that what abundance is to you? Because I've definitely had to reshape this and reframe this for myself as well through various sermons. That's what got me in the place to where I was able to start reframing how I saw abundance. And now I see abundance as having enough, being able to sustain myself, being able to eat, being able to have a roof over my head, and still be able to have fun as well and spend on self care and take care of myself with that money. That is enough. That's what I need in order for me to be happy, in order for me to enjoy my life. So, if you had enough, what would be the things that you would take care of and the things that you wouldn't mind spending on? I had to think about it. I am in abundance right now because I am able to order takeout when I don't feel like cooking. I am able to spend a monthly membership on a fitness studio for myself, which took me actually months to push myself to actually do that, which that's kind of like telling myself I don't deserve it. So I had to get out of that mindset and say, this is actually tied to my well being, to my health, to my longevity. Why am I holding on to this money so bad? I had to start getting into the mindset of letting myself know that you are taken care of, you are provided for, you are protected, and you are living in abundance. And I had to honestly let God speak to me about that and let me know that He's got me. So I want you to think about just different times that you've received birthday gifts or birthday cards with money in it that you weren't expecting, or maybe even receiving a check in the mail from a credit that you had no idea was floating around, or the times where people wanted to pay you for your talents. So maybe you're really good at makeup, maybe you're really good at hair, maybe you're really good at styling people, or maybe even you're really good at the work that you do when it comes to consulting somebody on something like finances or business consulting in some type of way. Maybe you are a creator, so people want to pay you for your creations. But also think about the times where you may have turned down these opportunities. These are opportunities that you may not have had to even earn. You were in abundance at that time, but did you even realize it? You were being provided for in those moments, but because it didn't come in the package that we're so used to or we expect it, we don't recognize that we're being taken care of, we're being provided for, we're being covered and protected in those moments. And God is letting us know that He's got us, even if this money or these opportunities are coming in unorthodox ways that we didn't plan for. I noticed that this type of mindset shift is really tough for individuals who may struggle with having more of a fixed mindset, having more of a rigid mindset when it comes to productivity, when it comes to earning your living, earning your keep, storing money, saving money, People who just have a really fixed mindset about how things are supposed to go when it comes to creating stability and creating security for yourself. I was having dinner with a family member who identifies with that kind of mindset that is more fixed and more straight and narrow when it comes to the idea of abundance. They want to see a certain number in the account, they want to make a lot of money, and they want to be happy, and that's it. But it was really remarkable that I noticed that they started to change their language and started to experience the fact that although they have started to make more money in a recent new position that they've acquired, it brought them more stress because they have to now maintain that same level of productivity to receive that amount of money. And they're noticing that they don't even really get the chance to enjoy the money either. So, what's it all for? It was really refreshing to hear them say that this enlightenment that they experienced is causing them to take a step back and really question how they see abundance, how they see themselves being secure, and what that means to them. And it sounds like they started going more to the side of becoming more minimalist in terms of they don't need all these items to feel happy. They don't need to go shopping all the time to feel happy. They don't need a huge house, when the market gets better. They don't need to buy a huge house. They want just more of a minimal lifestyle so that they can really sit back and enjoy it and handle the things that are just essential to them. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's how they are starting to see abundance. It's just having enough, having what you need, and being able to relax in that. The next time that you receive an offer or an opportunity to be paid, or when you receive some unexpected money, don't just brush it off. It's a way of showing you that you are protected, you are provided for, you always have money or some opportunity or some type of resources coming into you. But actually take a pause and slow down and count it. Acknowledge it. Realize that you have this coming to you. This is not going to be the last time that it happens. And actually, the more and more that you acknowledge it and express gratitude for it, a lot more opportunities will come into you. So it's really just about putting out what you want to see come to you as well. And that right there could be the start of such an amazing shift to get us out of that scarcity mindset and get us more into an abundance posture. So if you've enjoyed this video, comment below, give me a like, and hopefully this is what you needed to hear today. But I will see you next time.